Hey everybody! I just recorded all doing my makeup for my Get Ready With Me Cinderella video, and I decided I'm gonna make it into two videos, two parts, because I recorded a lot and I don't want to have like a 25-minute video or something. So the first part is gonna be me at home being chatty, putting my makeup on, and then the second part is gonna be me at Princess headquarters, actually putting the wig on and the dress, footage from the party, and then kind of like a wrap up I think I'm gonna do. Please tune in tomorrow. I will post the second part of Get Ready With Me. So for now, I hope you enjoy this video of me transforming into Cinderella via the magic of makeup. Hey everybody, it's Leah. Welcome back to Getting Ready With Me. Today we are going to get ready for a Cinderella party that I have tonight. So I already moisturized and primed and all that stuff, and we are just going to go right in with my all-time favorite foundation. It is the Maybelline, yes, Maybelline, not some high-end brand. We're going in with Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I am telling you guys, this is the best I've ever used, and I've used a lot of high-end brands. Before this, I was all about the NARS, but honestly, it just wasn't as good, and I was paying like 4 times the amount for that. This is $12.99 at Walgreens, and I'm gonna put it right on my face. I know this isn't good for you. This is how I do it, so y'all just cope. This is the smoothest, creamiest, full coverage foundation that does not feel cakey that I've ever used. Usually I'm all about like, hey, that makeup you're putting directly on your skin, directly on your pores, you should spend more on that than maybe you would on something else. But this one has proven itself. I've been using it for about 6 months now. It's better than all the high-end ones I have. Now, normally what I just put on is enough, but because we're doing a princess party today, gotta add a little bit more makeup just to give that kind of character porcelain look. And so I'm gonna put some on one of these little guys. I have beauty blenders, but honestly, I love these cheap ass things from the drugstore. This coverage though, it's a dream, and it doesn't even feel like I have anything on. This video is not sponsored by Maybelline, I swear. I am just obsessed with this. Please try it. If you're happy with your expensive foundation and you love it and you're crazy about it, then girl, you go ahead, you live your life. But if you're kind of like, I'm paying $50, $60 for an expensive foundation and I'm not that in love with it, please go to the drugstore and try this. It is amazing. So next we're gonna put on concealer. I am using the It Cosmetics concealer. I don't know what it's called. All the writing has come off of it, but it's in the shade Light. And this is my dream concealer. This is extremely thick, but you know what? It doesn't feel cakey and horrible. Okay, so next we are going to use some powder foundation. I'm out of my favorite Wet n Wild loose powder, so we are going to use this Ben Nye translucent face powder in Fair. We're going to use this It Cosmetics brush from Ulta and just pack it in. I have been kind of into baking lately. You try to use something cheaper for baking because you use so much product that it's just crazy to keep up with. So I'm using this e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder that I got for like, I think this was $6. And we're just gonna use like the back, I guess, or the side of the brush. And I just pack that on. Okay, so next I'm gonna contour using the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten foundation in medium. I really like this. I am so pale and fair that contouring can be dangerous. I'm using an e.l.f. angled blush brush to do this. It could make me look really ridiculous if I use something that's too dark. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be crazy. And I've experimented with that a couple times and been like, okay. Eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using some of the blue shades on this palette from e.l.f. This palette has been places and seen things. It's probably been to more states than a lot of y'all because it's just, it's old. one's clearly a little bit darker than this one. We need to fix that. Now normally I would have gone in with like a white or a lighter shade first, so I'm going to do that now. I'm using this. This is one of my all-time favorite makeup palettes. It's the coconut cream color from the Semi-Sweet chocolate bar. I love this thing. Next, we are going in with the Beauty Killer palette by Jeffree Star. This is another one of my favorites. And I'm going to change the brush and just use a little bit of this blue sparkly shade called Expensive in my crease. Next, I am using this pigment that I got specifically for princess parties. It's by this indie brand called Impulse Cosmetics. It's in shade Wish Upon a Star. This is so sparkly, and honestly, I like to just take this on my finger, as I do most sparkly, shimmery shades, and just, yes. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that was a worthwhile purchase. I really like this. I also got one purple and one pink to wear for other princesses. Okay, next I'm going to do brows with my Benefit Gimme Brow. I love this product. It is so easy. It's a little brush with product on it, so I literally just go in like this. I'm going to line my eyes with Kat Von D's ink liner in Trooper. Okay, just do the eyeliner off camera because I don't want this video to be a million hours long. I already know it's going to be. I'm going to use the Katy Cat Eye by CoverGirl. I really like this brush. It's super weird and takes a minute to get used to using and learn the technique. But once you do, it really, I think, gives you volume. So now I'm going to put my lashes on off camera. Okay, so these are Ardell lashes. That's probably my favorite brand. Next, we're going to put some glitter on. Melissa, if you're watching this, that's the owner of our company. I accidentally brought this home the other day. This is supposed to stay at work. I promise I will bring it back tonight, but this is actually convenient since I was doing this party today and nobody else had parties. You know, playing Cinderella always feels like a bigger responsibility to me than some of the other ones because I feel like she is really what, you know, your average person that isn't obsessed with Disney or Disney princesses, I feel like she's what people think of when they think princess. You know, she is that iconic figure. You gotta give Snow White credit. She came first. You know, we're not taking that away from you, girl, but Cinderella is just, she's that classic rags to riches story, or I guess in her case you could say riches to rags and then back to riches. Really, when I put on the dress, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm Cinderella, like I'm Cinderella. She's not as fun and playful as, you know, or, as Ariel or Rapunzel, but it's so, it feels so huge, you know, it feels like a responsibility to be Cinderella, but of course it is to be all these princesses. I really hate the criticism towards Cinderella, the movie, because, and the story in general, because, you know, people act like it's so focused on you have to find a prince, you have to find a prince, but in actuality, you know, Cinderella never actually brings up the prince. It's the villains of the film that are so focused on getting the prince. Cinderella just wants to go to the ball, and I guess that you could argue that, you know, because the whole point of the ball is for the prince to find a princess, you know, that maybe she is trying to get him, but she never mentions it. And I think it really says something that the villains of the movie are so focused on that, but Cinderella just kind of wants to go out and have fun. She's treated like a slave. There's a line in the movie, Cinderella, through it all, she stayed ever gentle and kind. You know, there's so many criticisms about the Disney princesses, and for each princess, I really try to emphasize to the children, no matter what princess I am, their really strong qualities. You know, Cinderella never gave up. She wasn't mean or rude. She didn't try to, you know, sabotage the evil stepmother or anything like that, and she ended up staying strong, believing in her dreams, being a good person, being kind, and you know, she had her friends to help her out because she was such a kind person. For blush, I'm going to use the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. I love this thing. Love it, love it. Oh, first let me brush off my baking that you probably can't even see anymore. I'm going to use an angled It Cosmetics brush for this one. And we're just going to go into Does This Thing Really Work? Which is the blush on here. Just very lightly because this is very pigmented. And now I'm going to go in with this highlighter, which I'm obsessed with, called Gator Wings. This is amazing. To continue what I was saying, I had a teacher, not this semester that just ended, but the semester before, that was like dissing the Disney princesses so hard, especially Cinderella, and she had such wrong information. She told her class, she told her students of people paying thousands of dollars to get an education that Cinderella is like so focused on the prince and she has to, you know, meet the prince and find the prince. And I was like, actually, no. She doesn't care about the prince. She wants a nice dress and a night out, and that is it. So everyone can chill with that shit that Cinderella is, you know, so focused on you have to find the prince. No, she wasn't. It just frustrates me because it's a common misconception that leads people to think that the princesses are dangerous or something, when really, if you teach all the virtues that the princesses stand for, I mean, I always feel so responsible, like when we're doing the kids' makeup, to tell the girls like, hey, you know, you don't need makeup, you're so pretty on your own, but this is just fun to play with, you know what I mean? Stuff like that that people criticize. I'm like, there's so many good things about these princesses. So I am using Gator Wings on my cheeks up here. I'm just going to literally use my finger to apply this. Yes. I love it. And this highlighter is one of the only ones I've ever used that stays on all day no matter what. It's amazing. For lips, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Watermelon Soda limited edition shade kind of on the outline of them because it's really too bright to wear for Cinderella, but I just love it. It's so long lasting and I like to have that line that I know is not going to come off. And over it, I'm wearing the Stila Color Bomb lipstick in the color Betsy. This is really cute. The last step is, of course, the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is so important when you're princessing. I cannot even tell you guys. Okay, so here is my final Cinderella makeup look. Oh, I can't wait. I love being Cinderella. Thank you guys so much for watching me put my makeup on and hanging out with me today. In the next part, you will see what I do when I get to Princess Headquarters to become Cinderella. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys.